I have the pleasure of having Tracey Medeiros, who is the author of the Vermont Farm Table Cookbook. And if you do, I'm just saying this because I own this cookbook, and it's a great cookbook. If you don't own this cookbook, you need to go out and buy this cookbook. You need to buy it for everybody you know, because it's really simple, great recipes that really utilize Vermont ingredients.
Well, thank you, Sean. I really appreciate that.
Well, it's true. It's a keeper. So what are you making for us today?
Okay, today I'm making you a butternut squash soup with smoky bacon and maple syrup.
That sounds awesome.
Thank you. And we already started to cook the bacon just for time purposes, so I have it here. And we left 2 tablespoons of the bacon fat in the pot.
Yes, and for people who want to remove the bacon fat from the pot, don't. It's a horrible idea, and you should be ashamed of yourself for thinking about that.
I agree with Sean. So we're going to now add a half a stick of butter.
Okay.
Today we're using Cabot, but any butter that you prefer is fine, but I'm a big fan of Cabot butter.
You go salted or unsalted butter?
I'm using salted today, but...
I've made that switch.
You know? Have to as well?
Yeah, you know, in the restaurant world, you use the unsalted butter forever, and then you're like, yeah, you know, maybe I'll just go with the salt.
So today I'm going with the salt. And once that melts down a little bit, we're then going to add 1 large sweet onion.
Okay.
But for those who want a more savory soup, you certainly could use, you know, a Spanish onion or a white onion, say.
Yeah, leek, something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to add that, and we're going to saute that until it is soft and translucent. And while you are doing that, Sean, thank you so much, I'm going to talk a little bit about butternut squash for those viewers who aren't familiar with butternut squash. You're an awesome chef, so I know you know all about it.
I love the butternut squash.
It's great because it's so versatile.
And it's easy to cut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Easy to cut, easy to peel.
It's got that long neck.
Exactly. And for those viewers, though, that may be a little apprehensive to cut into a whole squash, I also brought some pre-cut for those viewers to see. The only thing is it doesn't last as long. It lasts about 5 days in the refrigerator if you wrap it in plastic wrap. A whole squash lasts like about a month, right?
It's like
you say?
forever.
Yeah, exactly. Just do not refrigerate it. Keep it in a dark, cool place.
Yeah.
And about a month. And when you're purchasing butternut squash, you want it to be heavy. And you also want it to be free of blemishes. And I have a nice one right here.
No, this is beautiful.
And I like to buy the whole butternut squash too, just for the seeds.
Yeah, really?
I love cooking.
What do you do with the seeds?
Oh, you can use it as a garnish.
No
you can,
kidding.
salad, soups.
So just like pumpkins, I mean.
Exactly.
Wow.
Same thing. You cook it the same way, and you can have it sweet. Just add a little maple syrup.
See, at VPT Cooks, we learn something every single day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Or, you know, just add salt like you would do with the pumpkin.
Yeah.
And you can also put it, obviously, in a saute pan as well, and, you know, saute it up and do that.
How do you peel your butternut squash?
I like to use a vegetable peeler because the skin is thin,
Yep.
or just a, you know, typical paring knife.
Yeah. Peeler. You know, it only took me like 5 years to figure that out, that people peel butternut squash
So
with a
how
peeler.
did you do it before?
I did it with a knife, with a paring knife, you know, like you peel
Right.
an orange and you'd sit there and go around.
Right.
All right, so we got the onions going.
Exactly. So we're going to saute those.
Okay.
And again, this soup is really simple to make. And what's great about this soup, Sean, too, you can also freeze it.
Yeah.
It freezes very well. And
Yeah, it doesn't break, which is really nice.
Which is really nice. So,
All right, so what do we add after the onions?
okay, so what we're going to do, just for time purposes again, so after you saute the onions until they're soft and translucent, then we were going to add the butternut squash.
All right, and this came from Rockville Market Gardens, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, they, you know, Eric runs a tight ship down there, but this is a new product that they've been doing. It's a great product.
Exactly. So I would add 2 packages of that.
Okay.
And of course, Sean, could you do that for me? Thank you so much.
I just got my nails done.
You did? And then after we add the squash, we're going to add some maple syrup. Today I'm using some lovely maple syrup from Square Deal Farm. They're also in the book. But there are so many maple producers throughout Vermont. I mean, excellent
There's one or
ones.
two,
Exactly.
or 100,
and they're
200,
all excellent.
300, 400. Yeah.
So we're going to add some maple syrup next, a half a cup. And what's
Okay.
great about maple syrup, you can also freeze maple syrup. It freezes very well.
Really?
For those who aren't familiar with that. And I also recommend when you open the maple syrup to put it in the refrigerator so it will last longer.
And which one are you using? A dark, robust flavor, or?
I love the dark, robust flavors, but
Yeah.
it's hard to find
It is.
that
It is.
one.
It
And do you
is.
know why that is?
I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure we'll ask somebody from the maple industry during the break and
That would
figure
be
out
great.
exactly why it's so hard to
Because I
find.
can find, you know,
Yeah.
the A grade,
Yeah.
the fancy,
Yeah.
and once in a while I'll find the B, and I'm like stocking
Yeah,
up on,
yeah.
you know, on the B.
That's what I go after.
But I love, you know, all the maple syrups. All the grades are excellent in Vermont. That's what's so wonderful.
Yeah, they're all great for different things. All right.
Exactly. Now
So
we're
we got this going.
Excellent. Then we're going to add the lemon juice just for
Ooh.
some brightness.
No, that's
And-
great.
And at the end, you can also add more if you'd like. That's 2 tablespoons
Okay.
right now. And then we're going to add some cinnamon and nutmeg, 1 teaspoon each. And
Okay.
again, at the end, for someone who likes cinnamon, you can certainly, you know, adjust the seasonings at the end. And then we're going to add some chicken stock. I like homemade chicken stock.
I do like homemade chicken stock, but you have a great chicken stock, a homemade chicken stock from Healthy Living, right?
Exactly. So for those viewers who live near South Burlington,
Yeah.
I would recommend getting their chicken stock. It's wonderful. But if not, I have a box. You know, you can certainly get a box too, just low sodium, so you can just control the salt.
Yeah.
But with this, I mean, there is a big difference. You know, being a chef.
Yeah, yeah.
Homemade stock.
Homemade is homemade.
I mean, you can tell the difference. But unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time to make stock, so I went over to.
You
know,
are a busy writing lady.
I am.
All right.
And so what we're going to do now, Sean, once that's in there,
Okay.
we're going to bring it to a boil. We
Okay.
don't have time, obviously, on air, but that's
Yeah.
what you would do. And then you're going to turn it down to a simmer.
Okay.
And then what you would do is put it in a food processor and just puree it.
Just if you're used to doing smoothies, this is like a soup smoothie. Yeah, wave of the future.
Exactly. So, and then after that, you would adjust it, and I have one right here
Yeah.
that I created.
Beautiful consistency.
And yeah, and if you, for those who don't like it as thick, you can certainly thin it.
Yeah,
you know,
I like it thick. This is
wonderful.
perfect for me.
With additional chicken stock, if you like. Also, some like, you know, maybe a little like creamy texture. You could add some heavy cream.
Little heavy
to.
cream, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now, how we would plate this, Sean, which I love. You can use 1 or you can use 2, but you put, you know, a slice of bread. Today I'm using red hen. Of course, we love red hen bread.
Great bread down there.
And then we're going to just, you know, once you ladle that around, we're going to, of course, garnish with bacon. I put it in between because I know you like, from the last segment, your bacon a little raw. Am I correct?
Yeah, I do. I like that
See,
sugar bacon.
I
And this
remember
is
that.
beautiful Vermont Smoke and Cure uncured bacon, no nitrates in it.
Exactly.
Just use a little, you know, celery extract when they make it, but it's an incredible product.
Exactly. And then we'll get you. Oh, do you want the bacon spoon? How about
I'll
that?
take the bacon spoon. That's an even better spoon.
And then you can just.
And then we got Neil popping in whenever it
Oh,
seems
I
like we're
love
playing
that,
up.
Neil.
I smell bacon.
Okay, we got to get you. Is there a plate under? There's a plate right here.
Wow, we'll plate him up too.
Excellent.
We'll
Oh,
bowl
great.
him up.
That's bonus.
And as
That's a
you can
bonus.
see, this soup you can make within a delicious soup within a matter of 40 minutes. And what's great about this soup too, you can make it the day before. Oh, I have bread for as well, Neil. You want some
good.
bread?
You get like a little crostini on top.
Well,
Of
I want to
course.
remind the viewers that the recipe for this is in your book.
It is.
Which viewers can call us
Wow.
anytime during this cooking special. And with a pledge of $90, they get the book, they get some maple syrup.
This is great.
Oh, thank you, Sean.
I mean,
take
it's
it
just
anymore.
it's I mean, it has like all just the aromatics of the cinnamon and nutmeg and everything like that. It's just great.
Thank you.
It's really
I
delicious.
use this.
You
Yeah,
can
but
use
use
that.
the big
bowls in
spoon.
it. I
How
use
about
the big
this?
spoon.
With this, would you want to?
And then I
would you
might
have it?
fight you for it. While Neil eats this, we just want to thank you for coming out.
Thank you so much,
And
Sean.
congratulations
Pleasure.
on such a wonderful book.
Thank you.
If you haven't picked it up, you should pick it up and really go through the recipes. They're to die for.
Awesome.
And